Welcome back to the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, site of the AAC Basketball Championships. I'm Marcus Burnett, and I'll be calling Allen versus Reinhardt here to determine the second spot in tomorrow's men's bracket championship. The first spot has already been claimed by Union College, the number 1 seed in this year's tournament. The number 2 seed is the Reinhardt Eagles, as they will try to keep their championship hopes alive. Allen comes into the contest, came into the tournament with the number 6 seed. Their road to this particular matchup involved defeating number 11 ranked Point on the opening day. They followed that up with a victory over number 3 ranked Montreat. So the Allen University squad has come in upset-minded here to Kingsport. Another one on the docket if they're going to make it to the championship. Brandon Moore, he's been finishing in close proximity to the rim, through or around contact for the past few days. He starts them off with 2-0 there on the scoreboard. Tobin can't get the three-pointer to go. He's a three-point specialist. Can't knock his first attempt down. 3 from the corner. 0, Arvell Atwater. So Atwater makes it 5-0. Doesn't take Allen long. Allen led by head coach Nelson Jones. While it is coach Jason Gillespie on the other side for Reinhardt. To Calvin Wright with it. Now he'll get it to Moore. On the floor for Allen. Moore, who tries the hook, can't get it to go. We've got Moore to Calvin Wright. Troy Bryant. Arvell Atwater. And Ivory Drummer. On the floor for Reinhardt. We've got Samuel Bunkley, Nehemiah Jones, Justin Bridges, Melvin Irvin, and Corey Tobin. Troy Bryant with the deuce. So Bryant's deuce makes it 7-0. Of course, a 7-0 skunk not applicable here. Plenty of time left in the first half and the game. Reinhardt still looking to get on the board. Not sure what the officials are discussing. Heard the shot clock mentioned. They're going to reset. So they'll reset they're trying to reset the game clock to 18:30. They do that successfully. And we roll right along. Nehemiah Jones with it. Gets it to Tobin. Tobin to Bridges. Now Melvin Irvin going to try the jumper just beyond the free throw line. Irvin gets it to go, the senior forward out of Jacksonville, Florida. Calvin Wright being guarded by Bridges. Now here's Atwater. Moore wants it inside. Irvin will be called for the reach-in. That'll be Irvin's first foul. Look at the season series for these teams. Reinhardt beat Allen in both contests. On November 22nd, it was an 88-81 victory. And on January 28th, they beat Allen by a score of 93-83. They're in regular season play. The back tap by Bridges is left behind by Bunkley, and Brandon Moore cleans up the mess and eats in the process. 9-2. 7-point lead now for Allen. Allen University, they're in Columbia, South Carolina. Mascot, the Fighting Yellow Jacket. Mentioned on yesterday's broadcast, Columbia College, also an Appalachian Athletic Conference member. The all-girls school, their mascot is the Fighting Koala. Mascots know how to fight and compete there in Columbia. Fighting Koalas, Fighting Yellow Jacket. Allen trying to get to the championship, and the Calvin Wright makes it a 9-point advantage. Here's we'll have a timeout called here by Reinhardt. Full timeout, we'll take one with him to Calvin Wright, using that screen and laying that one up. Left side, right hand. So we'll see how Coach Gillespie's team responds out of the timeout. A 9-point advantage for Allen over Reinhardt. The scent of upsets is still in the air here in Kingsport, Tennessee. 2 top seeds fell on the women's bracket side of things. As the number 1 seeded Milligan Buffaloes, they lost a close one to Tennessee Wesleyan at the buzzer. Follow that up with the Reinhardt's women's team. They're number 2 in their respective bracket. And they were upset by Bryan College, a number 6 seed. 3-point play the hard way coming here for Samuel Bunkley. He scores most of his triples from beyond the arc. Here he'll have a chance for the 3-point play the hard way after the hoop in the harm. That 3-pointer way off the mark. Baseline drive by Bunkley. Now he'll kick it out to Tobin. Tobin makes the extra pass. A southpaw triple on the way from Bridges. Can't get it to go. Jones with the offensive board. And they'll get a fresh 30. Jones flips that one up and in. Nehemiah Jones out of LaGrange, Georgia. Six to 11. Atwater, he's already got 1 3-pointer, can't make it 2 there on that play. Tobin with the rebound. Now here's Jones directing traffic. Directs Irvin, and that pass is going to be broken up as the Calvin Wright gets the kick ball. Number 22, Elijah Hirsch checking in. Checking in for Reinhardt. Hirsch was a good energy player for Reinhardt in their previous win there over Montreat. A correction over Bryan. It was Allen that defeated Montreat. But in that game, Elijah Hirsch, he had 12 points. just 2 rebounds, but had a bigger impact than that stat line might indicate. 6-11. Allen with a 5-point lead. Pass is broken up. Bridges able to corral it in somehow. 3 from the top of the key for Jones. That one kicks off the back of the rim. Wasn't pretty. Still counts for 3 points. 2-point game now in favor of Allen. One substitution just checked into the game. That's Demetrius Richardson. First time we say his name, it won't be the last. Richardson is a go-getter off the bench for Allen. Very physical, an aggressive player. Had a 33-point game in their opening round win over Point. Hirsch just outside the elbow. Gave you a little synopsis on Hirsch. As soon as he checked in, he follows that up with his first points of the night. Makes it a 2-point game. Three-point attempt from the corner, no good. Hirsch with the rebound. Also a check-in for Allen. Number 35, Joshua Salette, is now in the contest. In for Reinhardt, number 30, Dwight Sanders, number 23, LaTroy Strong, and number 12, Duncan Jones. Dwight Sanders, he is a hound on the defensive end. His defense on Oteria Lee, very key in Reinhardt's victory over Bryan College in the quarterfinals. Also in for Allen, Losi Hill. He'll be joined by number 14, Amari Johnson. Losi Hill, another player to keep an eye on off the bench. Brings great energy and always seems to get under the skin of somebody on the opposing team. Some of you watching maybe have either had that teammate or opponent that can talk, play physical, do certain things, and he's right where he needs to be, but it can take somebody else totally out of their game. Hill has that type of ability. Elijah Hirsch has the ability to knock down the mid-range jumper. This time it was along the baseline. His second score of the contest ties us up at 13 apiece. So it appears Reinhardt has gotten out of the doldrums they were once in when Allen opened the game on an 11-2 run. Moore trying to respond back. Does so with the left-hand jump hook. Brandon Moore got Allen on the board with the first 2 points. Gary brings his point total to 6. Jones still trying to get going from the outside. Off the front of the rim, Richardson with another rebound. Gets it to Hill. Amari Johnson will head to the line.
Reinhardt foul number 22. Elijah Hirsch, his first, team second. Correction, team third.
That'll be Hirsch's first foul.
Emory Johnson, 2 shots.
Johnson with 6 points off the bench in Allen's quarterfinal win versus Montreat. Checking back in for Reinhardt, it'll be number 1, Melvin Irvin. And for Allen University, Donald Marshall Jr. will check in. Four-point game. Irvin able to find some space there after the nice pass by Bridges. Actually, that was Jones. Hill with it up top, being guarded by Sanders. Sanders also having that chip for getting under the opponent's skin with the way he defends. He comes up with the steal there. Pass ahead. And a hard foul there, but Richardson does go for the ball. Foul there to make sure the three-point play was not an option. So 2 shots coming here for LaTroy Strong.
Substitution, Reinhardt, number 3, Samuel Bunkley. Reinhardt foul, number 3, Samuel Bunkley, his first, team 4th. Foul in the act of shooting, Demetrius Richardson.
So Richardson headed to the line. Four-point contest. Allen with the lead. Sanders kicks it to Jones, now to Bunkley. Bunkley, mid-range floater. Makes it a 2-point game. Sanders invading the space of Hill. Hill guards him off, but leaves that layup short. Sanders to Jones.
Allen foul, number 23, Donald Marshall, his first, team's 4th. Out of bounds, Reinhardt.
LaTroy Strong with the triple. And what do you know? Reinhardt has the advantage.
Reinhardt foul, number 23, LaTroy Strong, his first, team 5th. Substitution for Allen, number 21, Troy Bryant.
Troy Bryant back in the contest for Allen. Losi Hill to inbound it. Throws it up top to Bryant. Bryant right there outside the elbow. Trying to work on Bunkley. Elevates there. Flip that one up and in. So past the halfway point here in the first half. Foul going to go against Losi Hill. That'll be his first foul. Sanders fouled as he drives along the baseline.
Losi Hill, his second, team 6th. Foul in the act of shooting,
That'll be Lose Hill's
And
second foul.
Reinhardt will shoot the bonus.
Gonna have a foul.
Reinhardt foul, number 12.
That one going to go against
First, team 6.
against Duncan Jones. All due respect to the official. That one just looked like a missed call. If anything, it looked like Jones was pushed in the back there. Instead, he gets hit with the foul.
Reinhardt.
Demetrius Richardson running it up the floor like a blur. He gets that bucket, makes it 21-23.
On foul, number 10, Demetrius Richardson, his second. Team 7. On the line for 1+1, Dwight Sanders. Entering for Allen, number 5, Calvin Wright.
Sanders at the line. Lane violation there against Sanders. Sanders will have a seat. Calvin Wright, the double pump pass to Lose Hill. Hill to Moore. Nice job by Duncan Jones to step up and take the charge. Moore loves to work along that baseline, power up and reverse on the other side. And Jones apparently checked his scouting report or either made his own after being able to not only play against Moore in the regular season, I'm sure he picked up on that, but also here over the past few days as teams are really able to just sit and kind of study each other. Duncan Jones for 3.
No basket. Reinhardt foul, number 1, Melvin Erdman, his second. Substitution Reinhardt, number 22, Elijah Hirsch. Donald Marshall on the line. 2 shots. Correction, 1+1.
Get that out of here, says Elijah Hirsch. He smacks that one down to the floor. Reinhardt trying to convert on the other end, but we've got an offensive foul. Lose Hill stepping up and taking the charge.
Number 4, Justin Bridges, his first. Team's 8. No basket. Out of bounds. Allen.
Hirsch with the steal, gets it to Bunkley. Extra pass made to Bridges. Bridges over to Bunkley. Shoots it at a very high clip from three. Case in point. Timeout on the floor called by Allen. Bridges passes up a three-point look to get a better look. Finds Bunkley. Bunkley does the rest. 30-second timeout. We'll be back in a second. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Arvell Atwater gets it to Moore. Moore gathers and finishes against Tobin. Brandon Moore with 8 points now. Kick out to Tobin. That's the Corey Tobin I know back from his high school days there in Cartersville in Georgia. He's one of the more consistent three-point shooters in the state. Pretty floater there by DeCalvin Wright. Moore to Hill. Hill with the pretty layup. Jose Hill does a great job of finishing those Steve Nash style shots. And they step up and take a charge. You see Hill here has a good feel for the game in terms of pace and tempo. And able to pearl that one off the window with his right hand. And you see the OG sprint back on defense. Losi Hill, like what he brings to the table for this Allen team. He's a glue guy in addition to being able to put the ball in the hole. DeCalvin Wright, he's putting himself together a pretty nice AAC tournament here. Ties us up at 31 apiece. That'll be Hill's third foul. Hill's third foul. So Hill will have to sit. He's probably seen his last action here in the first half. Picking up 3 fouls, too valuable. Too valuable to have out on the floor for the rest of the first half, risking him picking up his 4th foul. Missed layup by Atwater, rebounded by Tobin. Hurst to Bunkley. Duncan Jones wanted it in the corner. They didn't see the opening. Now Bunkley dealing.
Reinhardt foul number 22, Elijah Hirsch, his second, team 10th.
Elijah Hirsch called for the foul. We'll have free throws. Checking in for Reinhardt, number 50, Brandon Hayes, and number 11, Nehemiah Jones, checking back in. Mari Johnson ties us up at 33 apiece, as Bunkley will bring it across the timeline. Bunkley, a nice move, and the finish. A pretty sequence there by young Sam Bunkley. Puts Reinhardt up by 2. Troy Bryant answers back with a deuce of his own. Sanders is fouled on the floor. That'll be foul on Johnson, so we got free throws coming up, but here's Bunkley. You see him kind of using that pick there from Tobin. Goes between the legs by Troy Bryant. Hello, rim. Nice layup there by Sam Bunkley. Coming up on the 4-minute mark, Calvin Wright. Moore with the bucket off to the Calvin Wright assist. Sanders gets the step and is blocked by Johnson. Looked pretty clean. It just seemed like Johnson kind of blocked that one with his armpit. Sanders set to shoot free throws 6 and 7 here. Foul goes against Bunkley. Both teams in the bonus here, so we'll have free throws coming for the remainder of the first half. Sanders getting from point A to point B quickly. He misses the shot. Skying for the rebound there was Brandon Hayes. He had it poked away. And now they'll kick to Tobin. Tobin, step back, 3. No good on the shot. Hayes going for another board and is poked away from Johnson. Oh, Johnson lost it out of bounds. So Johnson loses that one out of play. Sanders will throw it in for Reinhardt. Jones trying to keep it alive. Now over to Sanders. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. That shot might not have reflected it. Another opportunity for Reinhardt. Jones to Hayes. Hayes fouled by Moore. A very persistent possession or sequence of possessions for Reinhardt. Stepping up and taking the charge is Hayes. Brandon Hayes makes the big play, stepping up and taking the contact. Reinhardt still holding on to a 1-point lead. Foul going to go against the Calvin Wright. So Brandon Hayes will head to the line. Hayes, 6'6", freshman out of Winder, Georgia. Two-point game. Sanders has it poked away. We'll get it to Duncan Jones. Approaching the 10-second mark here on the shot clock. Jones off the mark on that shot. Had to do a lot of work just to get to that third level. Couldn't get it to go. Having the chair pulled out from under him, losing his footing. There is Ramon Suero. Jones. Left hand, left side. Duncan Jones puts Reinhardt up by 4. We're under the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Troy Bryant gets that bucket and we'll have a timeout. We'll take one with him. 42-40 here in the first half. Reinhardt versus Allen. Back out of the timeout. Dwight Sanders had it initially. Now it's in the hands of Nehemiah Jones. Tobin, a good look for 3. And he cashes it in. Corey Tobin. It brings Tobin's total to 8 points. Troy Bryant tries to answer back with a 3, no good. Jones with the rebound. Ball's lost, picked up by Demetrius Richardson. Looks like he's got scoring on his mind and would not be denied. Lays that one in, goes back down court a little gingerly. But he's looking to shake it off. Also in for Allen now, number 2, Jonathan Grant. Sanders spins out of trouble, now kicks it to Jones. Bounce pass back into Sanders, he misses. Follow up by LaTroy Strong, misses. About 5/10 difference between shot clock and game clock. Also in for Allen, number 3, Sherrod Wade. He has the ball now, nearly stolen, but Bryant has it. He's got 5 seconds to work with. Pass inside to Richardson, misses the first, and Tobin fouls him there as he was trying to tip that one up and in.
Reinhardt foul. Number 5, Corey Tobin, his second. Demetrius Richardson on the line will have 2 shots. Second timeout, Reinhardt.
30-second timeout for Reinhardt. As I mentioned, Union has already secured their spot in tomorrow's championship game. So Reinhardt and Allen playing for the second position in that final. That'll take place at 4 p.m. tomorrow right here on the AAC Digital Network, right after the women's championship game at 2 p.m. Tobin throws it up, and that will do it for the first half. We'll be back after halftime. Reinhardt versus Allen.
Unofficial first half scoring statistics.
Seconds away from getting the second half started, 45-43. Number 2 seeded Reinhardt leading over Allen University. Tail of the tape, let's look at some of the numbers there in the first half. The turnover battle that was won by Reinhardt, just 6 turnovers to 9 for Allen. Rebounding battle was won by Allen, 20 rebounds to 18 rebounds there on the Reinhardt side of things. In terms of shooting percentage, Allen shot it better, 59% from the field on 17 of 29, while Reinhardt shot 44%, 15 of 34. And Allen didn't have a ton of success from three-point land, but with their style of play, they don't have to have a ton of success from three-point land. They're very up and down. Use their defense to translate into offense, but they also do a great job of attacking the rack and the offensive glass. But they were 1 for 6 from three-point land. For 17% shooting from the arc was Allen. Reinhardt, a little bit more, I won't say they're relying on a three ball. They just have a few more three-point shooters at their disposal. They were 6 of 16 from three-point land, 38%. Leader in scoring in the first half for Allen was Brandon Moore with 10 points. Right behind him was Troy Bryant and Demetrius Richardson with 9 apiece. On the Reinhardt side of things, a balanced scoring effort. Samuel Bunkley with 9, Corey Tobin with 8, Nehemiah Jones and Duncan Jones with 5 apiece. Melvin Irvin is at the free throw line. Irvin good on the first. Nehemiah Jones gets the jump on that offensive rebound and secures it for Reinhardt. Bunkley gets it out of the corner, mid-range jumper, splash. Sam Bunkley, known for his three-point shooting, but he's not one of those guys you run him off the three-point line, you don't have to worry about him. He's got a good mid-range game, can also finish inside. Bunkley, the junior guard out of Detroit, Michigan. Richardson can't get the bounce. Irvin gets the and one rebound as Troy Bryant was draped all over his back. And he was still able to secure it. You look at Bunkley there, close out, stops, and the mid-range splash. Lead now 5 for Reinhardt. Bridges going to get called for the offensive foul. Just looked like a good, strong move, but definitely made contact with the shoulder and that arm. Just a little bit of extension was enough for the referee to be sold on the foul. Dwight Sanders will check in for Justin Bridges, and Ivory Drummer will check in for Calvin Wright. Drummer off the mark. They're on that triple. Somebody close that door. A gust of mountainous wind here from the Appalachians. Pushed that one just off the mark. Go the other way.
Allen foul number 14, Emory Johnson, his third, team third of the period.
Mari Johnson called for the foul. Arvell Atwater checks back in for Allen. White Sanders now with 7 points. After that trip to the line, Richardson gets that one over the outstretched arm of Elijah Hirsch. Nobody boxes Brandon Moore out, and he's able to get the tip in. Reinhardt lead. Cut down to 5. Good shot by Bunkley. As the Sam Bunkley highlight reel continues. A little bit of a bump there. Richardson playing through it. Now he'll get his trip to the free throw line. That'll be the third foul on Bunkley. He'll probably have to sit. Bunkley with 13 points. Richardson good on the first free throw. Duncan Jones will come in for Bunkley. Take a look at his last bucket. There it comes. Uses that ball screen. Up and under. And a nice touch there off the glass. Sanders out to Jones. Jones for 3. Can't get it to go. Losay Hill back in the contest. Gets the dime to Brandon Moore, who lays it in. Tobin with the ball fake, gets a couple defenders in the air. Hirsch short on the shot, rebounded by Moore. Brandon Moore, 6 rebound. Hill tries to wrap that one around to Moore. Sanders, he's all over that. Pass ahead to Jones. Jones fouled there by Donald Marshall Jr. Jones makes the first free throw. Hill to Richardson. Richardson working along the baseline, nowhere to go. He'll swing it back out top. Marshall Jr. over to Hill. Hill headed to the line. Hill has an affinity there for that right arm extended layup. He's knocked something down in the toughest of situations here so far in this year's tournament. Could almost do a spoof on that. You could have a blizzard going, thunderstorm, whatever the case may be. Lose Hill is going to come out of there with that right arm extended, pearling the ball up off the glass. Misses that second free throw. It's a 6-point game. Tobin for three from the corner. Bounces around, and he gets the shooter's roll. So Tobin pushes the lead to 9 points. Foul will send Donald Marshall to the line. Calvin Wright checks back in for Allen. Cross-court pass to Tobin. A wide open Nehemiah Jones as the entire defense shifted to that side of the floor. If you think Tobin's ability to shoot that three ball didn't have something to do with that, I'll show you the replay in a second. We'll see what you think after that. It's a 10-point lead now after that Nehemiah Jones dunk. Tobin goes in the air, comes down hard. On his back, taking a second to get his bearings. Kid's tough as nails, so I imagine it will only take a second. Tobin shaking it off and walking it off. Troy Strong will come in and give him a rest. Tough kid right there in Corey Tobin. Hayes called for the foul on the floor. Talked about Tobin. You see that ball swung over there. Everybody shifts over towards that portion of the floor. Also some miscommunication on who was going to shift over to Sanders. And Nehemiah Jones able to take advantage there with the easy slam. So Tobin's presence as a shooter not having as much to do with that wide open dunk as I thought. He drew a couple guys, but there's also some miscommunication on who's going to rotate on to Sanders.
Reinhardt foul, number 30, Dwight Sanders, his second, team's 8th.
Sanders called for the foul.
1+1.
Here's the Troy Strong. Foul going to go against Demetrius Richardson.
Allen foul, number 10, Demetrius Richardson, his 3rd.
That'll be the 3rd foul on Richardson.
Foul in the act of shooting, Troy Strong, 2 shots.
Lead now 11 for Reinhardt. The Calvin Wright, the in and out dribble to get past LaTroy Strong. And we're going to have a blocking foul against Duncan Jones.
No basket. Reinhardt foul number 12, Duncan Jones. His second.
So the officials confirming this is a 1-and-1. Foul was called there on that pass. Wasn't a shooting opportunity.
Correction, this is a Calvin Wright from West Point.
Sanders turning around Donald Marshall. Marshall sticking with him. Sanders left the layup just short, and Hayes couldn't hold on to it inbounds. Pass broken up by Duncan Jones. Had LaTroy Strong behind the defense. Instead, he'll keep it himself, wrap it around the Nehemiah Jones. Jones, the nice little jump step, couldn't get the roll. Hayes with the rebound, tipped around. Coach Gillespie wanted a foul, none called, and Richardson gets it to Hill. Hill ahead to the Calvin Wright. Wright sidestepping to avoid the charge, and a blocking foul going to go against Sanders. Looked like Sanders was there in time. Maybe he leaned over to make sure some contact was made, since it appeared that the Calvin Wright was going to sidestep that charge.
Calvin Wright, 2 shots.
Didn't lean over that much. Looked like a charge from here.
Number 4, Justin Bridges.
Justin Bridges checks back in for Reinhardt. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. 7-point advantage for Reinhardt here in the semis.
It will be a full timeout.
Back out of the timeout. Bridges lost the ball on the spin, and he'll be fouled. He'll foul to Calvin Wright.
Reinhardt foul. Number 4, Justin Bridges, his 4th.
Got a lot of good coaches here in the AAC.
Calvin Wright, 2 shots.
Good coach on the Reinhardt side, and Jason Gillespie also coached Nelson Jones for Allen. Double bonus, so 2 free throws coming.
Dwight Sanders.
But just in watching Allen over the past few days, Coach Nelson Jones with a great and noticeable bond with his players. That squad, that roster from top to bottom will run through a wall for him. tight unit as they are one win away from making it to the championship game. Standing in the way, number 2 seeded Reinhardt, who leads by 6. Still plenty of time left. Duncan Jones has it. Jones lost it momentarily, went to the deck to get it, but he'll turn it over. Now here's Demetrius Richardson. Richardson can't get the lay. Moore with the rebound. Misses that layup attempt. Duncan Jones able to lay that one up, but boy, did Donald Marshall Jr. cover some ground to even get back in the picture on that one. But no time for the moral victory. The points are scored. Duncan Jones lays it in, pushes the lead to 8. They get it into Moore now. Moore trying to go to work against Hayes, has it knocked away. Checking back in for Reinhardt, number 1, Melvin Irvin, and number 3, Sam Bunkley. Bunkley with 13 points on 6 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 from three-point land. It's had a great game for them offensively. Playing with 3 fouls. Correction, 4 fouls on Bunkley. Still head to the line. Richardson's 4th foul.
Foul to the act of shooting. Samuel Bunkley, 2 shots.
Two subs coming in for Allen, number 21, Troy Bryant, and number 1, Losay Hill. Moore can't get the shot to go. Losay Hill knocks it out of bounds. Here's Bunkley as Hill fights through that Melvin Irvin screen. Shots missed. Now here's to Calvin Wright. Wright works it into Moore. Moore has that one blocked out of there by Dwight Sanders. The 5'9" guard probably doesn't get a lot of opportunities to block shots. Then again, he might, as a real penchant for defense. And one there for Troy Bryant. As you see, catches him sleeping on the inbounds play. Sanders trying to knock it away. Foul, Bryant, elevation, and one. The meat and potatoes finish inside weight room. As you see, number 2, Jonathan Grant, flexing for his teammate there on the Allen bench. But I'm curious, how many blocks this season does Dwight Sanders have? 5'9" guard. Let's check that out. Sanders actually has 2 blocks on the season. He just got his 3rd.
Number 14, Emory Johnson, his 4th.
Amari Johnson called for the foul. Sends Bunkley to the line. Official explaining something to Melvin Irvin for Reinhardt. Ball poked away by Irvin. Moore, quick step, too strong on the layup attempt, but Troy Bryant skies there for the lay-in. Been impressed with Bryant here in this tourney. The senior guard out of Charleston, South Carolina. Key resource here for Coach Nelson Jones. All poked away, the save by Hill right to Bryant. Good hustle and communication there for Allen. The Fighting Yellow Jackets. Hill to Moore. Moore trying to get it away from that double. Pass inside to Bryant. Bryant wrestles it away. Fourth block for Dwight Sanders. Ball knocked away initially. Jones trying to come up with it. Now here's to Calvin Wright. Wright to Moore. Moore a power dribble. Nowhere to go. And he'll be called for the travel. Good defensive effort there by Reinhardt. As Moore had nowhere to go there along the baseline. Loves to take that power dribble and reverse it. Pass inside to Irvin. And Irvin fouled. They will go to the line to shoot two. Melvin Irvin, 5 points. Here's we are under the 10-minute mark. No official report yet on Corey Tobin for Reinhardt, but I can see that he has his shooting shirt on. Took a hard fall there after going for a pump fake several minutes ago. Not sure if he's actually done for the contest or if he's just still trying to get things going. Yes, now he will take off the shooting shirt, so we'll keep an eye on that. He's a shooter that Coach Gillespie could use on the floor, but he came down very hard and awkwardly on his lower back / tailbone area. Six-point game. Calvin Wright looked like Sanders even got a piece of that one. Good defense, better offense. So you got a timeout. Take a look at that last possession. You see Sanders defending the Calvin Wright, pushes him left, sticks with him even there on the hesitation. Looked like he got a piece. But Calvin Wright still able to knock down the mid-range jumper. Coming out of the timeout, It's a 4-point lead for Reinhardt as we approach the 9-minute mark here in the game. Bunkley picks it up, now gets it to Sanders. Sanders leaves his feet, throws that one in the direction of Coach Gillespie. So that turnover will give it back to the Calvin Wright and the Fighting Yellow Jackets. Wright can't get the shot to go. Good hustle by Elijah Hirsch. Foul going to go against Brandon Moore. His third foul, but we'll have free throws.
1+1. Entering for Reinhardt, number 1, Melvin Irvin.
Hirsch misses the front end of the 1-1. Melvin Irvin with the rebound. And another trip to the line.
Allen foul, number 21.
Coming here for the Jacksonville, Florida native.
Foul in the act of shooting. Melvin Irvin will have 2 shots. Entering for Allen.
Irvin connects on the first. Troy Bryant will get a breather for Allen. Back in Demetrius Richardson. Calvin Wright can't get it to go. Sanders tips it away. Gets it to Bunkley. Bunkley will slow it up. And Reinhardt will set up the offense. Bunkley. Cash just outside the free throw line. He's been doing that all game. Just picking his spots on when to attack. Three from the corner. No good. Box out by Bunkley, and Richardson going to be called for the over-the-back foul. That's going to be his 5th foul.
The Allen foul, number 10, Demetrius Richardson.
Number 5
5th personal.
on Demetrius Richardson. That's a tough blow for Allen when you look at the type of production that Demetrius Richardson provides. Mentioned the 33-point performance during the opening round win.
Samuel Bunkley, 2 shots.
Put Sam Bunkley on the line. First one up and in. So Bunkley has 19 points after that free throw. Demetrius Richardson fouls out with 10 points, 3 rebounds. Lead now 10 for Reinhardt. Losey Hill finds Atwater for a wide open three in the corner. Melvin Irvin snatches that rebound down. Elijah Hirsch was wide open down court. But Reinhardt's trying to make sure they secured the rebound. Justin Bridges back in for Reinhardt. Five seconds left on the shot clock. Tough bucket there by Justin Bridges. Bridges pushes the lead to 12. Losey Hill gets the rebound, has it knocked out of play. Let's take a look at this play here by Bridges. Goes opposite Elijah Hirsch, weaves through a few great jerseys and is able to get that one up and in. Elijah Hirsch in pain there as Coach Gillespie and the training staff go out to attend to him. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Elijah Hirsch, the sophomore forward/center out of Woodstock, Georgia. He is up and walking off on his own power.
Reinhardt, Strong.
12-point game. Hill inbounds to the Calvin Wright. Johnson sweeping across the paint. Jones gets over to Strong. Now there's Irvin. Skip past to Bunkley. And last touch by Bunkley. Strong move by Moore. Can't get the shot to go, tipped around. And Moore able to save it. Throw it inbounds at least, but could not find the teammate. Moore with the steal. Gets it to Hill. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Still a 12-point lead for Reinhardt. Losey Hill. Losey Hill. Losey with a chance to go for three the hard way.
Basket by Losey Hill.
See him push.
Justin Bridges, his fifth personal foul.
That's my first time seeing him hit the layup with two hands touching the ball. I know he can do it. Normally able to finish with that right arm extended there. Protects it before he goes up and finishes the and one. That foul going to be against Moore.
Brandon Moore, his fourth.
It's his fourth foul.
Nehemiah Jones, 2 shots. Substitution, Allen, number 21, Troy Bryant.
Troy Bryant checks back in for Allen. Hill brings it across. And Sanders called for the foul.
A Reinhardt foul, number 30, Dwight Sanders, his fourth. Correction, that's his 5th personal foul.
That'll be Sanders' 5th foul. So Sanders done for the night.
Checking in for Reinhardt, number 12, Duncan Jones. Timeout, Reinhardt.
Timeout Reinhardt.
Full timeout.
It'll be a full timeout. We'll take one with them. Just over 5 minutes remaining. So we cut him out of the timeout. Losi Hill at the free throw line. Hill good on the first. Second free throw won't count. They call a lane violation. Working inside to Irvin. Irvin cross court to Duncan Jones. Jones too strong on the shot. Irvin misses the shot. Bunkley gets the tip in. Sam Bunkley brings his total to 22 points on the night. 8 for 11 shooting from the field. The Calvin Wright answers back with a much needed bucket for Allen. Bunkley to Irvin. Calvin Wright tries to sail one in front of the official. One against Bunkley. And an offensive foul called against Sam Bunkley. Good hustle by Duncan Jones. Wanted that ball more than anybody. Body's hitting the floor. Here at the AAC Basketball Championships, Losi Hill called for the foul.
Losi Hill, his fifth personal foul. Substitution, Allen, number 32, Brandon
It will
Moore.
be his fifth foul.
On the line for Reinhardt, Duncan Jones. 2 shots.
So Demetrius Richardson and Losi Hill have fouled out of the contest for Allen. No time to sulk on that. Has to be a next man up philosophy for Coach Nelson Jones and the Fighting Yellow Jackets as they still trail by 9. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Sherrod Wade, too strong on the shot. Had his own rebound and he's fouled on the play.
Reinhardt foul, number 23, LaTroy Strong, his second. Sherrod Wade on the line. 2 shots. Substitution, Reinhardt.
Wade makes the first.
Hirsch.
Full timeout on the floor. We'll take a full as well.
Substitution, Allen, number 23, Donald Marshall.
Out of the timeout, Calvin Wright gets the steal. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound by LaTroy Strong. Now he'll get it to Bunkley. Bunkley in a little bit of trouble. He's got 3 defenders around him. Now Strong will cross the timeline for them. Offensive foul, stepping up, taking the charge. There is Donald Marshall Jr. Wade, bounce pass to Bryant. Bryant has that shot blocked. Strong pass ahead to Nehemiah Jones. He's got Duncan Jones riding with him. He'll keep it floated up. The number of charges that Allen has been taking has something to do with that. As Jones was looking to make the adjustment, he was short on the floater. But the last thing Reinhardt wanted to do there was over-penetrate and get caught for another offensive foul. Troy Strong headed to the free throw line.
Allen foul, number 21, Troy Bryant, his third.
Strong misses the first free throw. Arvell Atwater checking in. So Strong misses both. Hirsch tried to come up with it, couldn't. Now here is the Calvin Wright on the other end with the score. 6-point game. Bunkley keeps getting the ball in the toughest positions, but he finds a way to get out of them. It's Duncan Jones going to be fouled by Amari Johnson. That'll be Johnson's 5th foul.
Allen, number 23, Mountain Marshall. And on the line for Reinhardt, Duncan Jones, 2 shots.
Jones good on the first free throw. Lead now 7 for Reinhardt. Right to Sherrod Wade. Wade able to get the lay-in through the contact. Sherrod Wade, the senior guard out of College Park, Georgia. Hirsch coming on the other end, fouled by Moore, and I believe that'll be Moore's 5th. That'll be the 4th Allen player to foul out.
Substitution Allen, number 35, Joshua Elijah Hirsch on the line.
So Brandon Moore fouls out. The freshman center out of Sylvester, Georgia. Put together a whale of an effort. 12 points, 7 boards. And some impact that won't be seen in the box score. Great AAC tournament for Brandon Moore. He's focused on his team trying to find a way to come back and get this one. Sherrod Wade will head to the line. The bucket will not count. This will be the double bonus. 2 free throws coming. 4 players for Allen have fouled out, and they still found ways to keep surging, keep making plays to make sure this game is not totally out of reach. Brandon Moore, their most recent foul out. But they have a deep bench and a refuse to lose attitude up to this point. Thing about it is that Reinhardt also has those same elements. So it should make for a very interesting 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining here. The winner will face Union tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the championship. Bunkley to inbound it for Reinhardt. Gets it to Duncan Jones. Jones wins the foot race. Was able to get it across the timeline, but should have quit while he was ahead. Didn't get rid of it. Allen creates the steal to Calvin Wright. Can't get the shot to go. Follows his shot. That one misses. Sherrod Wade gets in on the activity. Hirsch blocks it and secures it. Now Reinhardt has numbers. Strong drops it off to Nehemiah Jones with the pearl. Makes it a 7-point game. Boy, a frantic sequence there under the basket that last possession for Allen. As they got a couple cracks at it. Cookie's taken. LaTroy Strong coming the other way. Goes up for the dunk, and Salette was not having it.
Allen foul number 35, Joshua Salette, his first.
So Salette's first foul. Troy Strong will head to the line. A hard foul, certainly, but a foul in which Salette went for the ball. No violent follow through. But given the speed that LaTroy Strong was going at and the speed with which Salette was coming, no way around some hard contact there. Strong can't get that free throw to go. Salette with the board. Calvin Wright shots off. Elijah Hurst with the ball. Pass ahead to LaTroy Strong. Strong has been off to the races here and one. Everybody's getting a chance to foul LaTroy Strong, and he's just playing true to the last name. Take a look there. Elijah Hurst with some key rebounds here in crunch time. Sherrod Wade goes up to commit the foul, and a great job of using his body, keeping Sherrod Wade at a shoulder's distance while he finishes that one with the offhand. With his right hand, I should say, with the other hand. Troy Strong will be subbed out. Key plays to close this one out. Put Reinhardt in a good position to do so. They're up by 11, but there's still a minute 40 plus left. That shot in and out for Wade. Melvin Irvin with the rebound. Here's Bunkley. They're oohing and on, but the Calvin Wright still right there with Bunkley. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Bunkley calling for the screen. Steps through, floats it up and in. Bunkley. Guy's been playing this game like he's had a cheat code. That's been Mr. Composure, getting it done at various levels. That's what Bunkley's been doing all game. You see here, they run off some shot clock. Able to slice through Marshall Jr. and Salette and flip it up over the outstretched arm of Arvell Atwater. Sam Bunkley putting together quite a game. 24 points, 9 of 12 from the field, along with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Point game.
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
Under the minute mark now. Bunkley has it. Guarded by Wade. 10 seconds. Bunkley inside to Irvin, who has a mouse in the house, relatively speaking. He seals off to Calvin Wright. Lays that one up. Marshall Jr. will head to the line.
Reinhardt foul number 22, Elijah Hirsch, his fourth. Donald Marshall, 2 shots.
Bunkley with it. Allen not going to look to foul to extend the game. Just looking to defend this possession out. The Reinhardt contingent here on site between teammates on the bench as well as the Reinhardt women's basketball team here to cheer it on. That one hits the shot clock, so no shot clock violation there. And Reinhardt will advance to the championship game, defeating an Allen team that competed very well and represented their school and their overall program at a very high level here in their first AAC basketball championships appearance. Thanks for joining us here on the AAC Digital Network. That'll do it. We'll see you here for tomorrow's 2 championship games. In the women's bracket, it'll be Tennessee Wesleyan taking on, my apologies for that last blank drawn. Let me go ahead and verify that women's championship matchup. So yes, it will be Bryan College taking on Tennessee Wesleyan in the women's bracket, and in the men's bracket, Reinhardt, they will take on Union. So we'll see you here tomorrow on the AAC Digital Network.